I went top 4%, so pretty good. Happy about that. By far my best start. Let's have a look. Yeah, Rory led alright. 102. Would like a little bit more, but I thought we'd get a bit more considering Adelaide dominated, but Tex Walker was our man. And other players did contribute as well. Ridley, fantastic job. Outstanding, this guy. Clearly, he's going to be one of the best defenders in the comp in a few years' time, I reckon. This guy's just gun all around. Just in other words I can just say about him. Caleb Daniel, consistent 107. Maybe would like a little bit more, but still good. I mean, can't complain with 107 every week. I mean, he's consistent. One of their best defenders, but one of the best small players in the game, in my opinion. Excellent kick. He has excellent kicking skills. Tom Stewart, 113. That's pretty good. Maybe a little bit more would be better. 130 would be great, but 113 would be happy with that. If he gets that every week, I'll be happy. A little bit more would be great, but you can't have everything you want, unfortunately. Jordan Clark, great. 80 for his price is good. Obviously a little bit more would be better, but you can't complain with 80. Not as much as what he got in the practice game, but it's just a fantastic score for his price. Koziski, 53. I mean, that's okay for his price. I mean, not really many good defenders around that price anyway, so nothing I can really do about that. Sharp and Highmore. Highmore, 7 more points. It's not really that much difference, to be honest. Maybe a few bit higher in the ranks, but what can you do? 77 from Neil. That's probably one of the more disappointing scores on this side. You're paying all that money for only 77. Jeez, I don't know what's going on with Neil, but clearly he's out of form. It's a bit of concern. Probably should have waited for his price to drop now. Should have put in a few other players. But, that's only round 1. Clayton Oliver, great score. 122 as expected. Ran the mark for that price. Obviously would like a bit more, but I'm not going to complain if he gets that each week. That's what that's what I've paid the big bucks for. As for Merritt, another good score. Would have liked a bit more considering he had a decent first half, but 105, can't complain about that. Shai Bolton, it's about average for his price. Obviously would like a little bit more, but not a complete disaster. It's a bit of a risk, but it could be a lot worse, I can tell you that. Tim Serrano, great score for his price, but would like a little bit more, but, him and McGrath, probably the best around that price, or Walsh, in my opinion. Could have, McGrath's a bit of a risk, but I reckon he's probably better than Toronto, but we'll see how we go with that. B. Campbell, maybe a tad little disappointing. Maybe expecting one's a bit 70 plus, 70, around about 70 would have been great, but it could have been worse. But, same with Powell. He's a bit cheaper, so he's a little bit better. So, decent, I guess. Would like a bit more, but, 70 being great. E. Gordon, well, he's one of the best picks around. You can't get much better than that. 139 for his price. This is the best out of the best. You're not really going to do much better than that. What can you say? It's like winning the jackpot with that. James Jordan, whatever his name is. Great score, 78. Been great if I had him in, but it's a bit of a risk with Melbourne. It's not a guarantee to be selected each week, so he'll probably remain as an emergency unless he absolutely kills it again with another high score. Brockman, a bit disappointing with this pick. Thought he'll score more than 22, but he did score a few goals. Probably deserved more. 40 to 50 went a bit better. We'll see. 22, might get rid of him. We'll see. McNeil, another disappointing. Might get rid of him, but we'll see in a few coming weeks. Those two midfielders a bit disappointing. Might trade them out, but they're only cheap. And this is where the real disappointment begins. Max Gordon Grundy, particularly Grundy. Gordon, particularly the first quarter, did make a bit of a comeback. We sort of saved the round a little bit. It could have been an absolute disaster. He's playing a weaker opponent too with me. Expected more, but it's only round one. Hopefully he starts scoring big soon, otherwise maybe we could have taken a bit of a risk with the mid-price Sam Draper. Same with Grundy as well. Even more disappointing, to be honest. 70. That's well below his best. I don't know what's going wrong with him. There's no quarantine hubs at the moment, so we'll see. Hopefully he scores big in the next few weeks. Flynn, you're not going to get better than that. Not sure if he would be consistent with it once he plays against an AFL ruckman. Played against one of the weaker ruckmen in the first game at Hunter. So, even then that wasn't expected, but we'll see once he plays a bit stronger ruckman. I doubt he will score that high again, but we'll soon see. Martin, great score. Can't really say much more. Wouldn't glad I had him as captain, but it would have been a risk putting him as captain. But he was just another entirely different player this year, I reckon. He's probably better than Dangerfield in my opinion. Cardwell, had a great first half, disappointing second half like our team. Really should have scored more, I reckon. Could have scored more, 80 or 90, and 80 might have been just a pass, 90 would have been ideal with a player like him. It could have been worse, that's what I keep saying, but you want more if you're spending that price. Jack Searle, an absolute stunning score, to be honest. If he can do that every week, that'd be great, but I'm not expecting it, but seems to be fit and firing now, so expect that price to rise, hopefully another couple 100k. Be great. Danaher, a bit disappointed, did score a few goals. It's a bit of a risk. I thought he'll do better against Sydney and dominate a bit more, but Sydney were just too good. Probably could have kicked a few more. Probably could have got to 70 and 80, but, soon see. So I don't regret that trade, to be honest. But we'll soon see. It's only round one. Dow, a little bit better than Danaher, a little bit cheaper. Dominated, did alright the first half, but lacked in the second half. Could have done a bit better, but soon see. I reckon he can improve his price. Scott, for his price, that's good. Let's hopefully he stays in for a few more weeks, increase to get some profit out of that. And Jones, should have scored a bit more. Had a few shots at goal, should have easily kicked. Not easily, but could have kicked. Maybe not quite AFL ready, but we don't have much other options. Rowe, outstanding. Glad I had him in my team, but you just don't know with Adelaide. Overall, great week. Hopefully I can keep going on with it.